Hey, it's your girl Barbie J here, and we are talking about Tyler Perry's The Haves and the Have-Nots. That's right, season 8, episode 11, Wolves. And I said, well, who's the wolves? I was trying to think of the definition, so I said, Echo, or Alexa, what's the definition of wolves? She said, to devour vivaciously. I said, dang, I tell you, so that must be Veronica. She was trying to devour people. Hannah was devouring people. Everybody's up in there trying to devour people. But it would have to be those two. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But first, before we get started, shout out to everybody in my comment section. Thank you for holding my channel down. Thank you for all your support every week on every video. I love you, I love you, I love you. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Come on and help a sister out, okay? Support my channel. Hit the little notification bell right here. Or is it on this side? I don't know. It's on one of those sides, depending on your phone, your laptop, your desktop, whatever. Anyway, how I felt about this episode, I don't know. I still wasn't left with, oh, I can't wait to see what happens next week. I can't wait. No, I was not left like that. And I'm really upset, Tyler, because that's how I want to be. I want to be, can't wait till next week. What I have noticed, though, is that in this episode and all the rest from the season, in the first 10 minutes, Hannah said about 5 damn curses. Yes, she did. Hannah, little church Hannah just said, bitch, ass, damn, shit. I was counting them. I was like, boop, 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 boop. I lost count. She said it so many times in this episode. I said, damn, Hannah. Yo, she need to, I don't know. He better not put her at no church until the last episode because she had to pray for forgiveness. That girl been going in. Yes, she has. So let's see how it started off. Okay, so it started off with Hannah and Veronica, and they in the middle of that fight. Ping, 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 ping. Slap, 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 slap. They slapping each other. I said, oh, shook it down. Can somebody ball up a fist now and bust somebody upside the head? Because that's what I needed, Hannah. Come on, throw it down. That's right. But both of them from the hood. Veronica just acting like she's not, but she from the hood too. And Hannah, one or two times, she was like, and that's for my son. That's for Benny. That's for, she was like, that's like when you get a whooping when you was a little kid, your mother. And that one is for life. And that one is for this. It's like, she tore her up. She tore her up. And she was like, you hit me. She said, that's right. I hit you 9 times. Damn, Hannah, you were counting? Why you counting your hits? And she said, you don't know who you messing with. You done lost your mind. She said, you done lost your damn loan. And she told her she was calling in that loan. I said, ooh, ooh. Veronica was like, what? She said, She said, let me tell you something. Oh, Hannah did tell her she'd waited a long time to whoop her ass. She said, I've been waiting a long time to whoop your ass. I said, oh. So she said, you can't do that. You can't, yeah, I'm the executive of all this. And she got on the phone and called whoever it was, Donald or somebody, and said, foreclose on all her shit now. You know Veronica Harrington? Foreclose on all her shit. Not her stuff, her shit now. Meanwhile, Veronica, nobody hits me and get away with it. She's like, whatever, get out. And she said, you better get out. Pull your shit together after your whoop ass on the plantation. Remember she said the house was on a plantation? And basically, I was cracking up because she was hitting her and doing the hits and stuff and then told her to get out. She basically was like, wait a minute. This is what Hannah really was saying to her. Hold on. Girl, bye. I got on my Medea shirt. She was like, girl, bye. Get the hell up out of here. She put her out of the Crayon's house only for them to walk up. She called the police, told them to get here. They pull up, and David and Jim pull up, and we know what happened because I said it in the recap, the season finale recap. Basically, what are you doing in there? What are you looking for? And all this stuff. And Hannah told him she whooped her ass, and that's why she had to go. And So it was all of that. And they went back in the house and they trying to talk to Hannah after, the police officer, David tells the police officer he could go now. Hannah's like, hold up. Wait a minute. You talk to me. I'm running shit around here, basically is what she said. You talk to me. Ma'am, is it okay? Yeah, you could go. I said, Hannah, tasting that power. Power, sister. Power. Ooh, what is this on my arm? And so that was that part. Then it went to, David and them tried to talk to Hannah while she was going in to talk to her gym, and she just opened the door, closed it, slammed, and went in the house. I was dying. I was like, Hannah ain't trying to hear nothing from none of them. And then what's next? Benny and that and Benny and Candace went to see a house with the real estate agent, and so they did that. And the agent was asking him questions because he was saying he think the house too small. And it was big enough. She said, well, is it for you and your wife? And she thinking Candace is his wife, but he's like, no, that's my sister. Well, do you have any kids? No more kids. You don't have a wife? She asked him, but she's just asking simple questions. But I think as a real estate agent, we're really not supposed to pry like that and ask questions. I'm not sure. I got to remember, what we can and can't, but things could be different in different states and towns. So here in New York, they don't want you to ask a lot of stuff. It's like you're in their business, whatever. You're invading their privacy. So anyway, as they're flirting with each other, Candace is smirking because Benny's flirting with the girl. I didn't feel like that girl was really flirting with him. I know she was asking stuff, but she just came out of that relationship with what's his name. I don't think she was really, you try to do things like that when you're trying to get that sale. That's how I took it. But Candace saw it differently. She was smirking about it. And so they go back in. She calls the airline, want to know why she on this no-fly list. And, and she's pissed about that. And she realized that it's Landon that she thinks is the president. But I think Landon did that without the president's knowledge. I don't think Charles, the president-elect, I don't think Charles knew about that. I think that was all Landon doing. So, Candace called him up, going off and stuff. She wants to go. He just wants her to do this one interview. Just do one interview and talk to the press. They liking you now. What are you doing this for? Landon, he's like, just do one interview, please. They starting to like you. They're turning around. Why? He humiliated me. He put me in a trunk of a car and drove me out. He said, is that the worst that somebody had? That can't be the worst some man did to you. Ooh. Candace was like, mother bleep. I know she wanted to go off like, really? Really? That's when the old Candace needed to come back and straighten him out. But he was like, come on, Candace. These men have done some stuff to you. Like, come on. He was right, though. He was right, Landon was right. So basically it was like she wanted to know why he was trying to do it. And he's trying to tell her, I know you love him and he loves you and all this stuff and yada, yada. Y'all know the love story. We all know about it from all these seasons. So he told her to give me 4 days. 4 days and I let, I can get it taken care of in 4 days. And then he makes that phone call and calls up, but I didn't get it. He made it seem almost like he didn't do it. Like, how does he get her off of it? But then in the same sentence, it sounded like he was saying, give me 4 days before you take her off of it. So I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comment section what y'all heard, because it was getting confusing and I watched it 2 times. Okay. Then there's Veronica goes to see Catherine because she pissed about that loan thing, and she was looking for the Jolly file or something. They said the Jolly file and that gun and all that stuff, and she told her that Hannah called in her loan, and Catherine's like, bitch, get out of my head. Why are you bothering me? She don't even want to be here and see her. You gave her full power attorney. Do you think that's smart? What if something happens to her? Nothing's going to happen to her. If something happens to her, it goes to her kids. No, it don't work that way. I guess she was trying to get information out of her. I think that's what Veronica was trying to get information out of her. Well, she asked me to prepare a will for her. She said, no, she didn't. She hates your ass as much as I do. She's like, I know her. I know she didn't ask you. No, that's not how it went down. Yeah, well, anyway. But you can't close on my, She said, what Catherine said was, told Veronica, get the out of here. I know that Hannah did not ask you to do that. That's how serious she knew it. That's how she put it. But anyway, so Veronica is begging. You know, she don't want her to. She trying not to beg, and she don't want her to close on her loan. And she said, "Well, you little snake, why don't you just get on the floor and slither over to her and beg her for forgiveness? You know, beg her not to do it." And she was like, you know, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to do that. But I could get you out of here. I could get you out of here. I'm on the witness list, and I could do this, and I could do that to get you out. And Catherine's like, really? You can? Catherine thought about it for a minute. But then when Veronica wanted her whole loan forgiven, $54 million, she's like, I ain't forgiving your loan. She said, but I'll make it 44 million. And she was like, basically, Veronica was like either the deal is all of it or none or something like that. She said, give it all. She said, give all or no deal. And she was like, it's no deal. She said, come on, Catherine, you only worth $10 million? She said, no, you only worth $10 million. Ah! I was like, dang. Fell out in my bed. I was like, that was a good one, because basically she's only lowering it 10 million for her. So that's all you work for me to lower it. Hello. I like Catherine. I'm sorry. I really do. Her and Hannah. Anyway, what else happened? Let's see. Candace, back to Candace and Benny trying to negotiate. You know, with Rihanna about the house, and you know they trying to figure out how to make things work. It's a $200,000 house. Let's go for $175 cash, and you know, and Candace is like, you know, Candace know how to talk to the real estate agent. So she say this, and this, and you know, she wasn't being mean, but Benny smiling, told me, you being so mean to her. She wasn't being mean. He said, I like the softer side of you, though. You know, Candace, you know, it's easy. She says, easy to have a soft side when you sitting on millions. I said, well, come on now. Yes, it is. So she asked, had he spoken to Mom? No, I'm giving her some time to calm down and cool off. She said, well, you know, they ain't going to happen. And they right about that. She said, not going to happen. They go to Veronica and Tanner. They waiting for Kobe to come in. They got him all set up. Kobe coming there thinking it's a date. How did they know that's how to get him in there? But anyway, he's thinking it's a date, and he get back there and find to see all these guys back there, like 10 guys all together. And he's getting nervous now. So she's like, so you want to play with the queen? You want to mess with the bee? The bee? No, stop. The queen bee, don't mess with me. So he's so stupid, because I was like, you went with Jeffrey that time, and I swear you said, what's the address or where is it? And when they went there and got in the pool, but she told him, you dumbass, you came in through the back and didn't realize what the front looked like, and that's why you didn't even know where you were going. And so anyway, Tanner, you know, they got these guys and they beat him up. Tanner was losing. You know, Kobe was busting him up, and then the other two guys jumped in and stuff, and they started beating him and kicking him, and then it was like, you know, Tanner told him he hates him. Tanner was like, I hate you. I hate all of y'all. You know, basically he talking about gay people. He hates gay people. That's all it is, you know. And they told him to say sorry, and he's like, sorry. He said, tell her sorry. He said sorry, because Kobe was on the floor all bloodied and everything. His face was all bloody. It's funny, his face was all bloody, and every time he put his face down on the floor, how is it when they carried him out, there wasn't a drop of blood on that floor? Did y'all peep that? There wasn't a drop of blood on that floor. With all that blood that was running down his nose, and he had his face down like he was knocked out. Some of it should have been on the damn ground. Tyler, come on. Come on, come on. And so they did all this back and forth. Tell him I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, you say like you mean it. I'm sorry. And he said, you sorry you got your ass kicked? He said, no, I'm sorry. You couldn't do it yourself. You couldn't do it yourself. And that's the truth. You acting like you tough, but you had to get somebody to jump him. And he said, something don't feel right. He don't feel right. They were kicking him with spikes and stuff. And he called her a homophobic bitch and all kind of stuff. And you can't change us. Your brother's gay. Your son is gay. And he told Tanner he probably gay too, and that's probably why he hate him so much and stuff. Tanner was pissed. I was like, oh no. So then, what was the last thing? And he did tell him, you can't change us. We're everywhere. It is what it is. You know, you're ignorant people and blah, blah, blah. So that was that whole deal. And then who's this new white guy that's in there? Coming there telling Tanner that he got a text from the police saying it's about his brother and it's not good. But this is the same guy who showed up at the precinct with him too, and the hospital. I think he showed up at the hospital and the precinct with him. But they switched over to Jim, and he's trying to figure out why Veronica was in the house, what she's looking for, and he told David it's probably for that gun, to register to the and the Jolly file. He thought it was the Jolly file as well, so they know because he said that from the Jolly company with that they could she could use that evidence to bury Catherine and bury those two too, Jim and David. So they were like, wow, this is not good. So he's telling him to talk to Hannah and, he come tell her to bang her and get the information out. I don't even want to go through all the stuff he said because you know why? He said it before to David. Oh, she likes you or you like her and you always defending her and all this stuff. And he said, I told you to leave Hannah alone. Hannah's innocent. He said, well, I come to respect her. Why you respect her all of a sudden now? Oh, because I realized she ain't got nothing to do with the money. You knew she didn't have nothing to do with the money in the first place. She ain't never had nothing to do with the money. You know what type of person she is. Come on now. He's just ignorant is what he was. So we find out that Benny gets the house for $195,000 and closing costs and all this stuff, and then he tries to do it with conditions like if she'll go out to dinner. And Candace was trying to tell him, no, don't do that. And the girl was like, I don't mix business with pleasure. Hello, you're not supposed to do that, dude. And then he said, oh, then I don't want the house. What kind of foolish bullshit? You man, don't be wasting people's time. Believe me, I'm a real estate agent, part-time I used to be. And I'm telling you, don't waste my time working a deal and then say because I won't go out with you, you ain't gonna do. Man, please. She could lose her license behind that stuff, fool. But he don't know. He's so ignorant. I want to take you to dinner and don't. She said she can't mix it. And so Candace suggested, why don't you go to the bank and get the check? Hello, get the cashier's check. And y'all can meet at a restaurant to sign the rest of the papers and things like that. She said, I can do that. He said, that's what I said. They were like, no, that's not what you said. You said a date, dude. It's different. He's not the brightest bulb in the pack. We all know that, right? About Benny. Anyway, so David, Tanner gets to the hospital. He's looking for his brother, and he sees Madison behind the desk. Madison is calling because he hasn't heard from Colby in a while. So, and he said, you don't usually go this long without me hearing from you. So he knows something is up with Colby. And so he said, when Tanner came up to him, he said, oh, I'm off duty. But he's like, I'm looking for my brother, Justin. And he's like, let me get a doctor, and he gets the doctor for him. But he's shocked because that guy don't know who he is, even though the police later told him about Madison's name. He didn't have a name tag on or anything, and he didn't say who he was. So Tanner should not know who Madison is, by the name. So the doctor tells him, he said, oh, Mr. Lewis, he said, I'm Tanner, Justin's brother. He said he didn't make it. He didn't know what happened because he was asking what happened. He said, I don't know. All I know there was a fire and it was bad. And he's like, can I see him? And he's like, I don't think that's a good idea. And he was like, well, he's trying to find out what happened. It happened at his house. He said, I don't know all of things. But still, here's that white guy again with him. I thought that might have been another brother because I know they had another brother, but he never said that's our brother. He said that's my brother. So I don't know who that dude is. So how is Tyler introducing new people into the show in the last season? This is episode 2. There's only 8 episodes. So there's 6 more left. Who are these people? Don't start introducing a whole bunch of new people. Anyway, so David's trying to talk to Hannah. Ask is she okay and all this stuff. And he said, I just want to check on you, because I know, what's her name? Veronica could be a bully. She said, well, that bully got her hood ass beaten today. I'm sorry. That'll be cracking me up. She said she got a hood ass beaten today. I'm telling y'all, Cannabis swearing like a mother up in here today on this episode. And he's laughing. She said, that shit ain't funny. That's what she said. That shit ain't funny. She didn't say it ain't funny. That shit ain't funny, she said. And she's crazy. And then I forgot what they were talking about. And she said, well, you married her. He said, I know she could be she said, a crazy ass Hellcat that you married. And he's like, yeah, well, you're right. She said, and what does that make you? He said, a fool for love. She said, oh, y'all with that bullshit. She said, Mayor, anyway, why are you talking to me? What are you trying to do? She said, I know what you're trying to do. You and Jim trying to run some game on me and try to get all this information. No, don't do that. She said, I ain't trying to hear y'all. And so he tried to touch her. She said, don't be touching me. He said, I'm not going to touch you. You already hit me. But she said, I hit you again. Don't touch me. Matter of fact, step back. Step back and get away from me. And that's what he did. I said, damn, Hannah ain't playing, y'all. Then we got what they showed. Tanner showed up at the precinct with that same white guy again, whoever he is. The cop told him what went down and said that they saw, because he was trying to, like, saying, did this guy Madison and Jeffrey do this? He said, nope, we saw him on the surveillance cameras. Go over to the gas station, pour gasoline all over him, then go over to there with a gun and lit himself on fire and tried to grab the Harrington guy with him. I told y'all he tried to grab him. I heard somebody else said Jeffrey was trying to hold on to him. I said, no, that guy grabbed Jeffrey, tried to take him down with him. Tried to take Jeffrey down. Jeffrey's so stupid. I tell you, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't like calling people stupid, but Jeffrey getting working my last nerve. He ain't thinking. Anyway, so the cop told him what went down, grabbed it, tried to get it with him. Tanner said, so then it was, I couldn't hear it clear, and I hope one of y'all heard it. When he was telling him about Jeffrey Harrington and everything, and he said he tried to take him with him, and Tanner said something about, I want to kill that son of a bitch. That, did he say, I want to kill that son of a bitch? Or did he say he wanted to kill that son of a bitch, meaning Justin wanted to kill him? I couldn't hear if he said I or he, or just want to kill that son of a bitch. He said something like that. So you have to let me know down in the comment section, because I didn't hear that well. The last couple of things that happened, let's see, Tanner is and his mom go to the morgue to see Justin's body together. And y'all tell me, why in God's name Jeffrey showing up at the damn morgue at the same time? Why the hell is Jeffrey there? Jeffrey could have seen that body anytime. Why would he even want to see it? Why is Jeffrey there? Ay Dios mijos. I don't know. Anyway, I thought that was stupid. So, of course, you're going to go over there when you know the mother doesn't like you. The mother's like, oh, there he is. Oh, here he comes. I'll never forgive you. I hate you. I will always hate you for what you did to my son. And Jeffrey's like, I'm sorry. What the hell are you there for, Jeffrey? For moral support? And then Tanner's like, hi. And he already knew what he looked like because he saw his pictures all up in Justin's apartment. But he gonna say, hi, I'm Justin's brother, acting like he don't know. He don't know who he is. And then he tries to act like he's responsible for it. Like, I told him to pursue you. I knew he liked you. I knew what he was doing to y'all in the back of the car. I'm partially responsible because I kept pushing him towards it. He said, your brother was stalking me. Yeah, he took it too far. He shouldn't have, And he played into Jeffrey, I told him to pursue. Damn. And Jeffrey's like, how's that? Really? Huh? And I'm like, pay attention, because Justin kept saying, my brother's going to kill me. My brother's going to do this. My brother this. They hate me. They're going to beat me up. He kept saying it. So Jeffrey, get a flashback with your memory. Come on. You're not that old. Remember that stuff. So he played into it and got Jeffrey to give him his number, talking about Justin left something. He wanted to give it to him. Thought he would want to have it and stuff. Why you want it? You were sick of Justin. Why would you want anything you thought Justin would have for you? And then you going to give him your address, your father's address? He told me you were pleasant and that you were a good guy. And did you know that Justin was HIV positive? He was going to take you down with him anyway. He said he was going to take you with him either way. So you knew, the way he said that is like he knew his brother was going to try to kill him or something. He was going to take you with him either way. You had to know there was a problem. But he's acting like he didn't know there was a problem. Talking about, I told him to pursue you and all this stuff. Man, and dumbass Jeffrey ain't paying attention, and HIV positive. I think he's lying. Y'all tell me if y'all think it's the truth. But I think he's lying. I think he's just messing with Jeffrey right now. And so, that was it. That's basically how it ended. And Jeffrey's like, Talking about he said, I know you were HIV positive too, so it didn't matter to you. See, that's a stereotype. He trying to say all gay people are HIV positive. That's what that was all about. And I didn't like that. But that's how it ended. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the show. Y'all give me y'all comments down. If I miss anything, let me know. This your girl Barbie J saying peace.